Hi, and welcome to another Witch Doctors video. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about batteries. All the Victories, clear back from the older ones, 03, 4, 5 on up, take basically the same battery. So you can get batteries through Victory. Parts stores sell them, AutoZone, Advance, places like that. Witchdoctors, we offer them on the website as well. So the one thing that you get when you get a battery, they're sealed batteries, which means you don't have like old cars, you had the caps where you could take the caps off and fill them with acid or water. The new batteries aren't like that, especially the Victory batteries. They're called sealed batteries. So what you have when you have these batteries, they're called maintenance free, which means that you can't add to them, you can't change water. All you can do is keep them charged, which is very important. But when you get a new battery, they have the new technology. You'll see on a lot of the batteries, if you're looking on eBay or whatever, you'll see the letters AGM. That stands for Absorbent Glass Matte Material. What that is between the plates, each battery has a bunch of lead plates in there. What that means is you have a glass mat, kind of acts like a sponge, in between each layer of plates that holds the acid, the water, it holds all that. What that does for you is it gives you a battery that you can mount any direction. Not that you'd have them upside down, but these batteries could be mounted on their side. They could be any different way and they won't leak. The other thing, which is more important to us with the motorcycles, is vibration. It really helps the battery get long life because it doesn't vibrate. Everything's packed really tight in there inside the casing of the battery. So it makes the battery last much longer. Now there's a bunch of different styles of batteries out there, and you can get them anywhere from $75 clear up to a couple $100. The one we're talking about today is the main battery that everybody uses. It's just the maintenance free, like I said. This is one we offer. This is one Autocraft is by Advanced Auto Parts. You can see it's basically the same battery. So the one thing you want to do when you get these batteries, you take them out of the box. What you get is you get the battery, you'll get a little pack of connectors with the new bolts and nuts, and then you get this, you get an acid pack, okay? This is the acid because when they ship the batteries, you can't ship them with the acid, or the other reason would be if this sat on the shelf for 2 years, you would be out of, the life would be out of the battery. So this way you put the acid in. It's really easy. But this is definitely something you have to be very careful of. And I'm just going to kind of give you a quick rundown here. I'm not actually going to do it. But what you do is you take, on the battery, you're going to have a strip on the top. You're just going to pull that strip off, okay? That exposes the inside of the battery, the little wells there, okay? And it may be really hard to see, but these have a little point on them. So when you take that acid pack and you pop it on there, the little point actually pops the seal, so you won't have anything leak. Okay, but that's what you do. You take that off. Now your acid pack. Now this is one of those deals you want to wear safety glasses. If you have a face shield, you want to definitely put that on if you've never done this before. You get this in your face, it will blind you, it will burn you. This is something you don't mess with. But what you would do is on the top here, you have this little strip. You're going to just pull this strip off, and I can show you. You just peel that off. There's nothing to that. These little tinfoil things like you have on a ketchup bottle or whatever, when you open you have that little seal. That's the same thing. So what you would do would be you would take this, you would line it up right over the holes, and you would just take it and push it down on there. And those little points that I showed you, they'll poke a hole right in there and the acid will go in. And you just leave this sit upside down there until all the acid runs in the battery. Once you've done that, you want to take that off and be careful you don't spill anything. The little cap, the strip that you pulled off of the acid, that's going to go on here on your battery, and you're just going to push it down in there. Now I would suggest wear some rubber gloves if you're doing the acid type stuff. Again, it's just a safety precaution because if you had any acid spilled here, you can wash it off with water, a little bit of water, and wipe it off. But whatever you use, if you have acid and you use a rag, you got to throw the rag away because it'll eat holes right in the rag. So you just put that lid back, this little strip back on, push it down, and your battery's sealed. You're good to go. The next thing you have to do is you have to charge it up because the battery doesn't have a charge. All you've done now is just add the chemicals in there but now you have to charge it up. Put it on a charger, low to medium charge if you have a trickle charger or whatever. Put it on there. Leave it a couple hours. You know, you can read the directions, but usually a couple hours will do you good. That'll charge the battery up. Then you'll be ready to install the battery in the motorcycle. So again, on something like this, safety is number one, because you have to, you know, be careful of that acid. You get that splash in your face, you're in trouble. You get it on your hands, it burns and it hurts. You know, if you watch a lot of my videos, I say, oh, you know, be safe and stuff, but this is definitely one. You got to be really careful. And that's all it is. There's nothing hard to this at all. It's as simple as what I just showed you. The acid pack, when it drains in the battery, usually only takes a minute or two, and it'll drain all the way in there. When you have this done, what you might want to do is, if you can put a little water in there and swish it out and pour it down the toilet. You got to be really careful though. You don't want to have a lot of acid in there, and just make sure you dispose of that properly. Don't let animals, kids, anything get with this, because if there's still some drips in there, you know, they can hurt themselves. So just make sure you do that, you know, responsible. So that's basically it. So what we'll do, this battery is already charged up. You can see we've already put that strip up on the top. This one's already done. You can see we can tip it upside down, nothing runs out, it's sealed. So it's like I said, we have the new little nuts and bolts. You're going to want to use those. You know, don't reuse the old ones, just use the new ones. Your terminals will be nice and clean, so you're ready to put this in the bike. So that's really all there is on AGM battery, maintenance-free battery for your Victory. Thanks for watching.